Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the seventh episode of the Renotalk Show, brought to you by yours truly, Mr. Zeno, who happens to be the editor from Renotalk as well. I hope you had a good weekend. Today is Tuesday. It's a good. Hopefully, you guys had a good start to your week, to your working week. For those of you who have not get a good start to your working week, and hopefully the rest of your week will be better. Okay, today is the seventh episode of the Renotalk Show. As time goes by, what do you know? We're already into our seventh episode. We are still trying our very best to bring in product or industrial experts into our show. If it's not the Ryan Talk Show, then perhaps it will be in some other platform. So we are looking at that. Before I begin with my program proper, let me um, just remind you guys that the Ryan Talk Show is all about homeowners, where we will try to bridge solutions for homeowners. We try to provide solutions for homeowners that to the issues that you guys might be facing in your home or in your house. And please surf or please visit our website at www.renotalk.com to read the articles and find out more on your housing needs and services that you can find there. And also, please visit our Facebook page and Instagram page. Follow us and subscribe to our YouTube page as well, because we will have many other interesting content as we go along. Okay, let's begin. So today's episode will be about waterproofing and plumbing. Waterproofing and plumbing. All right, Plumbing is pronounced as plumbing. So I'm gonna share with you what what waterproofing and plumbing is all about, and what you should look out for. What are the advantages of waterproofing and plumbing, and and how you can, and what you should really adhere to when it comes to these two aspects of your house. But before that, the reason why we're gonna talk about waterproofing and plumbing is because the type of problems that a lot of homeowners are facing, particularly in your toilet. It is something which can be really irritating at times, because you can be so, you can be like so prepared that that nothing will go wrong in your toilet, but one bad day you could just wake up to a really smelly toilet because of your clogged toilets. You could really experience a leaky tap, or a leaking tap, or leaking faucet. So it's not something that you really can prevent. So when it happens, you got to be ready, and you should know what to do. But of course, there are steps and measures that you can take, to like prevent all these kind of problems from happening. Now, without further ado, let me just begin with sharing with you what are typical common problems in a Singapore toilet. Whether you're staying in HDB, or detached or condo, is material. A toilet is still a toilet. Is where you do your business and many other things. But let's not go there. Okay, first up, the first common problem that you will face in your bathroom or your toilet is the existence of mold and mildew. Well, when that happens, it should not be taken lightly, because mold and mildew can affect your respiratory tract system, and it can agitate allergy, especially if you have kids at home, or young ones at home. And then there are conditions, or they might get sick, if let's say you guys got suffering from asthma, it might just agitate you further. So it is best to get rid of your mold and mildews right away, because your health is of the utmost importance. Next common problem that you probably face in your bathroom or toilet will be a leaky shower head. You may be able to put up with a leaky shower head for a little while, but it will cost, on your water bills. And besides, I'm not going to go and talk about the water issue in Singapore, but let's save water. On top of that, excess moisture being leaked into unplanned areas could create mold issues again. And so fixing your shower head could be as easy as replacing a gasket, and you can often diagnose it on your own. The next issue is a leaky of a faucet head. Similar to the whatever I mentioned earlier about the shower head, a leaky faucet is one of those nuisance that homeowners typically tend to ignore. You might just buat bodoh lah. The thing is leaky, right? You think that it might resolve on its own, but guess what? It won't. So you actually have to fix it. Next, what you will probably experience in your toilet is slow drain. A significant degree of drain issues is due to debris and the hair that is lodged in the plumbing. So slow drains can be unclogged by either flushing them with hot water or other drainage products. And if that doesn't fix the problem, then you may need to take up your pipes or even call in a plumber. We'll talk more about that later. The next one, once you have slow drains, probably your drains is clogged. So that's another problems that you might face. So to get this water moving again inside your drain, you probably need a plunger. And that doesn't work, then you might need to call in the plumber again. Next, a typical issue that many is facing, another typical issue that many is facing is a weak water pressure. So usually when that happens, the culprit is could be due to the limestone buildup. All right, and again, it can be easily remedied with a descaling solution or by replacing the whole shower head. But yeah, if you don't know how to do, then again you have to call in the plumber. Next is running toilet. Running toilet means water that just continuously, just keep on continuously flush and flush and flush. So, and that will put a drain on your water bill, no pun intended. If you never look in the tank, if let's say your toilet system comes with a tank, you actually, if you never take a look at it, you might actually realize that the solution is quite simple. It could just be moving as a stuck flapper chain, which is a part of that flushing system lah. So take a minute or less to inspect your tank and find out whether your chain is stuck or your water is too high for the float. Again, if you don't know how to do it, then it's best to call a plumber. It's best to call a plumber. So you may need to make some simple adjustment, or just totally replace the chain, or just get a new toilet system lah. But yeah, that will cost a lot of money. So next, clogged toilet. Now, clogged toilet is something which is disgusting and smelly and dirty. So there is never a convenient time for a clogged toilet. Like what I mentioned earlier, it could just happen at the most unexpected kind of times. Again, this problem can be fixed by plunging, but plunging doesn't do the trick. Then you may need to, guess what, call your plumber. And next, when all this kind of thing happens, the next thing that you want to experience is, which is probably the most smelliest of it all, is sewer smell. The smell can just turn your good day into a bad day, So and they can come from several places, including clogs, mold, and standing water from leaks. Even though you ventilate your space, your bathroom or your toilet, removing these issues, they might still the smell might still linger on. So it may be that your sewer gas is coming out from the drain. So there are a few home remedies which you can use to combat the smell. But then again, if the odor persists, the best options that you can take, or the best option that you should take, is call in a plumber. Now, before I go on to talk to you or to share with you on what is waterproofing, what is plumbing, and the advantages of each, I'm just gonna bring up these two pages. One page is our is the professionals page, which you can find it at Renotalk.com. What is shown here, two main professionals under the plumbing section. So if you need help on plumbing, you can always go to the plumbing page, and then you can check these two company. One thing good about a forum. This is in Renotalk forum. One thing good about forum, I think I shared with you before, is that you can leverage on other users, on other forum users. So this is where you can type in your problems, and then users who had a similar experience can share with you their solutions, and then you might take it up, and it might be as fruitful to you too. In the sense that you can take up their solutions and try to solve your problems. I will inadvertently be visiting the forum and try to address all the issues that forum users are facing. So in this particular page, where it's called waterproofing, wall leak, roof leak, ceiling leak, water seepage, and re-roofing, there's a couple of pictures where the forum user posted, and these are very typical problems that homeowners face in Singapore. Again, it's not only exclusively for HDB homeowners. I think this problem is quite wide. You probably faced it in your home one day or another. But if, let's say, you guys have done everything sui, then hopefully all this kind of thing will not happen lah. So now let me begin with sharing with you on what is waterproofing and plumbing. Back to my face. Okay. Alright, so what is waterproofing? And do we actually need it? Now, waterproofing is a combination of materials used to prevent water intrusion into the structural elements of a building or its finished spaces. In a HDB context, it will be your toilet lah. Waterproofing is a method which prevents water from penetrating your house. It is a process that ensures a seamless system is established through the application of elastic and durable membranes. It is also a technique used in the construction and design industries to curb the effect of environment liquid penetration into system. Now, waterproofing preserves the strength and the durability of concrete surfaces in the building, and also your walls in your toilet. Waterproofing also helps to reduce humidity inside your house, and thereby protect the things inside your home from damage that could be caused due to moisture or water exposure. Next, waterproofing is essential. I think it's key as it helps keep your home dry. So that is waterproofing. Again, there might be some who think that doesn't require it, but perhaps I think there's a misconception there. It is best when let's say now you're going through your renovation, when you wanna when your renovation contractor is doing your toilet, it's best to ask them whether they apply any waterproofing materials. I think it's just best for you to know and just keep yourself abreast of all these developments and renovation developments in your house. So that is waterproofing. But what about plumbing? Now, plumbing usually involves installing the water supply, for example, your cold and hot water supply to your bathroom and your kitchens, and also the central heating system, if you have one in your house. Plumbing is required in all types of buildings, including houses, flats, cafes, restaurants, hotels, pubs, airports, airplane, train station, colleges, school, factories, hospitals, and ships. So yeah, in anywhere that you go, you definitely need plumbing. Basically, in any establishment that houses people or animals, you will definitely need plumbing. So people need water to survive. So everywhere there are people, and there'll be a need for plumbing. Now, once the plumbing systems are installed, the work is not complete until the system have been tested to ensure that everything is working correctly and safe for the user. So this is one of the check that you should do when you enter your house, is to actually turn on the tap and go full blast and just play with just test out the water pressure and whether all the faucets and all the taps inside your house are working, and make sure there is no leak. But we will talk about checklists in one of our coming episodes. That is another very interesting topic that we can talk about. Next is another aspect of plumbing work is maintenance and repair. You will definitely need maintenance and repair for for all your taps and faucets and your water supply. Now, everyone should be aware that faucet appliances need annual servicing to keep them safe. Me personally, on a personal level, I don't really do this maintenance and checks on a yearly basis. I only call up the plumber when I face a problem, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. Maybe I should really listen to this piece of advice, which is to get your faucet appliances and annual servicing. Now, furthermore, water supply systems are quite complex, and they can sometimes break down, and you will need a plumber to figure out what's gone wrong and repair the system. If you think you can do it on your own, if you think you can just go to YouTube and find out the steps and the hacks on how to resolve all your plumbing problems, if you can do it, then that's good. If you can't, then let's not go there, because instead of repairing it, you might make it worse. So it's just good to have that, to pay that extra little bit of money and call in a professional plumber and get them to sort it out for you, without making it worse lah. If you do it right, you might make it worse. You think you might save money, but in the end, you make it worse. Excuse me. Now let's talk about the advantages of waterproofing. Now, depending on the level of water damage or your preference, waterproofing systems can be installed either indoors or outdoors. But in this aspect, if let's say you're in a HDB house, of course it's just indoors. There are also DIY, do-it-yourself options available if you don't want to spend extra for hiring a contractor. Then again, like what I said earlier, if you don't know how to do it, then it's best to just leave it in the hands of a professional. Okay, waterproofing increases your house value, which is the most significant advantage. This waterproofing system prevents unwanted moisture from seeping into your walls, and thereby not allowing mold to grow, which is good. As you know, mold, like what I said earlier, can negatively impact your health. Moisture also causes metals to rust and wood to decay, and as you know, unhealthy living areas will definitely affect not only you but everyone that's staying inside the house. It's not an immediate effect, I should say. It is a gradual thing, and before you don't realize it. So when you visit your doctor, and then when the doctor asks you what's wrong, and that's when you share with them, and that's when you share with the doctor what actually happened, and it could be, for all you know, it could just be because of a leak in your toilet. So yeah, and there's moisture inside in the air. So waterproofing helps to preserve your home's condition and value. And once again, which is the most important, if you do waterproofing, it's definitely to provide a continued comfort and safety for you and your family. So that's the advantages of waterproofing. Please do consider or whatever I've just said, when you want to do when you are deciding whether you should do waterproofing. I think hands down, you should do if you ask me. Next, advantages of plumbing. Okay, with everything you have going on in your life, right? You might take certain things for granted, and plumbing is one of them. Like what I mentioned earlier, but personally, on a personal level, if there's no leaks and everything is moving as it should, I will not call in a plumber to check lah. For what? Everything is okay, what? But regular maintenance could help make your life easier, especially when you have stayed in the house for 3 years and above. I think it's just best to have a regular maintenance on your plumbing on your plumbing. So the advantages of plumbing. First of all, it can promote better water pressure. Good water pressure is a beautiful thing, and you may not even notice that you have lost pressure until things become terrible. Now, regular maintenance will assure you that water pressure you need will assure that you will get the nice water pressure for a relaxing shower after your work or your activities. The next advantages, which is a common factor in all the things I've just said today, which is that mold and mildew can cause health problems. So if you take care of if you do regular plumbing, you can avoid having these substances entering your home through the pipes. Okay, next is advantages of plumbing is the less chance of you having an emergency repair. And emergency repair, as what some of you might experience, could come at any time of the day. It could come like midnight, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, and or come really early in the morning, or when it's like busy, when everyone wants to use the toilet. Then the next thing you know, alamak, tap spoiled, that kind of thing. So it's irritating lah. So yes, emergency repair can be expensive and stressful, but if you regularly maintain your system, you'll be much less likely to face an emergency repair in the future. Lastly, which I think the two most important factor when it comes to advantages of plumbing is that you can save money on your utilities. A well-maintained plumbing system will create less waste saving, so you can save on your monthly water bill. Next is improve value for those of you who are intending to move on into who intend to move on into another home, another house, basically selling and buying a new one. When you have taken care of all your repairs and maintain your plumbing system, you care for the home and you care for the people that's inside your house. So this will be reflected in your selling price one day when the time comes for you to move elsewhere. And yep, so that is the advantages of plumbing. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, plumbing is something that we don't usually address immediately. It is something that we tend to take it for granted. We might think that just wait for a while more. But the more we procrastinate, the more we delay, the more we wait on to settle that problem, right? The worse it might be. So it is good to face the problem head on. And if you don't know how to do it, then please do not try to resolve it on your own. Once again, I'm just going to put up the Renotalk.com professional page. Now, this is a page where you can get services for your plumbing needs and your waterproofing needs. And if you need other tips, or if you need tips and recommendations from forum users, yes, please visit our forum at www.renotalk.com/forum. Back to me. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again. Thank you so much for joining me on our 7th episode. Don't forget to tune in to our 8th episode this Thursday, happening at the same time, which is at 6:18. I would like to say thank you to all our viewers from East and West Malaysia and everywhere else around the world, if there is. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, suggestions, tips, whatever of that kind, you can send an email to me at z@renotalk.com. Sponsors and companies and marketeers and all that, thank you so much for reaching out. We do appreciate it. If you have any suggestions on how to make this show better, livelier, as to get more and more engagement, yes, please send me an email at z@renotalk.com. Okay, this has been wonderful. I enjoyed sharing with you on the waterproofing and plumbing problems that you might face inside your house. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you this Thursday at the same time, same channel also. This has been the 7th episode of the Renotalk Show. I'm Z, signing off. See ya. Bye-bye.